Now, when it comes to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, this is something else who knows who never expected to find. In Coco Park, Tiny Arena, Slide Coliseum, and Turbo Track, and even Parking Lot, especially for what it is in the game, the stands are occupied. In the original Crash Team Racing, the stands in Coco Park are empty. And in Tiny Arena, Slide Coliseum, and Turbo Track, well, there were a lot more stands, and let's just say they have something on them, but you don't know what to call them. Not to mention that parking lot was something different. But in Nitro Fueled, in the respectful places, you are able to see actual characters spectating and cheering on the racers. Now about the characters in the stands, judging by their white coats and pairs of goggles in their eyes, they seem to be lab assistants. I suppose they're a different kind of lab assistants because they don't look like the particular lab assistants that Crash has to spin away. These lab assistants are unmistakably distinct. Can I go as far as to say that this perhaps can even be an example of originality applied in the whole game? Anyway, I find this to be a good idea in a way that it adds more life to the respective places. But part of me find it rather dull that all those characters are male. How much does it hurt to include women? You know, like have a quarter to a half of those crowds be female. Don't take me as a feminist, but don't you think that the Crash Bandicoot games can use more female characters? Anyway, that's the only concern I have with those characters. But I guess I can overlook that. This particular crowd of characters as they are, I can get used to it. Besides, they wouldn't distract me when I'm playing, would they? And it wouldn't surprise me if they are also droids like the lab assistants fought by Crash. Not to mention for the same movements they make again and again. If there was a reason why there couldn't be NPCs in Crash Team Racing who can function as crowds, there can't be the same reason, and in fact any reason, for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled to not have any. And sufficiently, one reasonable thing was come up. The characters made to occupy the mentioned spaces make the tracks therein a bit livelier. If you think about it, as small a detail that it ever is, it's still a detail that honestly people should credit. I don't see eye to eye with what is intended in the game by the developers, but I think it's convenient enough for the game, and especially for its functioning. Comment what you think about it.